This is stage 2 of Dragon Star Arena, the ice stage. You can see there are 3 fires around the stage. You're going to want to head to the one directly north of where you spawn. For future reference and for references for the next couple of videos, north is always going to be directly away from where you spawn, south is where you spawn, and west and east are obviously in relation to north and south. So for this stage, you're going to want to stick near this northern fire here. The brown dirt is kind of your fighting area. If you stand outside of this in the ice, you will take environmental cold damage that will slowly get worse and worse, so you're going to want to stay next to the fire. This is the stage where archers can start spawning. The archers have an endless hail move that creates a very large AoE, as you see there. Going to want to chain or interrupt them so that you get rid of that AoE. Priority targets are going to be the ice mages. You see one right there. I'm trying to chain it to us. So this is kind of where you want to have either a warden or DK tank. Other classes can do well in DSA, and I've seen them finish DSA, but it's a lot more difficult, mainly because the DK and Warden have abilities Fiery Grip and Frozen Portal respectively that will pull mobs to you, and it's particularly very useful for the ranged mobs that you can taunt but they won't go directly to you. So in stages like this where you have to fight within a confined area, something like Unrelenting Grip, Frozen Gates, those are very powerful abilities to have as a tank. You can run this with a Templar tank, you can run it with a Nightblade tank, but you will need either a Dragon Knight DPS or Warden DPS in order to get access to the pole. So first 2 rounds here, nothing too special. You have one Ice Mage on round 1 that spawned in the last ad wave, the 3rd ad wave. Starting here on round 3, the fires will go out. One of the DPS is going to have to grab the torches. You see Cream there grab one of the torches and relights the fire. Other 2 torch spawns, you see them out there. They're to the northeast or southeast and southwest corners. You can run and grab those torches if you want, but you will have to run through the ice, so you will get damaged. So your healer will need to know whether you're running for that torch or the torch near here. The torches will respawn between each round when the round begins. So in that kind of down phase between spawns, they will not spawn. So don't panic. You have to wait for the portals to appear before the torches will spawn. The fire will eventually go out. It doesn't stick around. Your visual cue, because you don't get an audio cue for when the fire goes out, is that right there. The fire will turn small. That's when you know you're going to have to grab another torch soon and relight the fire. If your fire goes out, you will take continuous cold damage. Your screen will turn blue like you see here, and you'll take cold damage. When this happens, the healer should spam healing springs until the fire is relit, and the tank should spam their shield. The DK tank, igneous shields, obviously. Any other class, you have access to bone shield. That is the only ability that I know of that's universal to all classes that you can use to give your allies shields. However, bone shields, somebody will need to have to activate the synergy in order to get the shield. Again, this is a big reason why DK tanks are strongly preferred for vDSA clears, because no other class has access to an ability that easily shields the entire party. Even after the nerf to igneous shields, DK tanks are still the most powerful tanks in terms of ESO and especially in terms of vDSA clears. Moving on to the final round here, this is the boss stage. You'll be fighting against 2 bosses here, mage and a melee. Whenever there are 2 bosses on a boss stage, it's always going to be 1 melee and 1 mage. When this happens, you always want to target the mage first. Melee can kind of be dealt with afterwards. The tank can try to bring the melee close to the mage to kind of get them caught in the AoE. It's not absolutely necessary, it certainly does help with the burn. Again, add waves will spawn, they will spawn on the east and west side. 65% and 35% I believe are the health thresholds for the spawns. You can see there we are targeting the mage first before going after the melee spawn. When there are two bosses like this, this is kind of where your health pool, the add wave spawn, depend not on the combined the combined health for each bosses. So you saw we killed the mage, but the combined health of the two bosses combined didn't hit 30% until after the mage was dead. So it's not individually, it's based on their combined health pools. The fire will continue to go out during this boss fight. So what most people do is they'll grab one of the torches from near the entrance at the beginning of the fight, make sure to light the fire there, and then go for the torch closest to the north in the middle of the fight. So that's it for stage 2. Loot the chest, and we're going to go on and move on to stage 3.